Go ahead.
Yeah, back in the day, the Air Force claimed that the F-15 was a better dogfighter than the F-14, and to prove it, they said they'd be happy to go against F-14s with live ammunition. What do you think?
There was a time when the Air Force claimed that the F-15 was better than the F-14, and to prove it, they were willing to go 1v1 with a full load of guns.
Well, all I can say is I've been pretty successful against Eagles in my time. But to answer actually truthfully, if you look at like an F-14A, straight up F-14A versus an F-15, clean, no big tanks and rails on and those kind of things, the F-15 is a higher performing airplane. But it all comes down to, in an end game and all this stuff, it all comes down to the pilot. And the F-14, you could, as I mentioned before, you can configure it certain ways, and all of a sudden it turns into another animal. So when I fought really quality pilots in those kinds of airplanes, and I configured my airplane in the prohibited configuration, I generally wound up, I could present an airplane that was superior to theirs in the slow speed environment. The key is to get them there and then work it from there. So I had my Finney flight in the United States Navy, in the F-14, was a 1v1 against an F-15. It was the F-15 demo pilot, a guy by the name of Hoss Clark, and I was in an F-14B, and it was a knife fight. And we normally stop at 5,000 feet, we stopped at 500 feet. And we both had almost no gas. We were emergency fuel, both of us going back into Langley and Oceana. My airplane came back with broken slats and spoilers. I mean, it was a death battle, but it was a good Finney flight. And Haas will agree to that. So and I can say in that case, in that environment low like that, and particularly in low altitude. If you got to high altitude, because of our wing sweep mechanism, our wings would be back even when because it's driven by Mach number, not airspeed. So the big circular wing of the F-15 was made at far superior at high altitude. But down low, the Turkey can be a very, very good match. In fact, in my opinion, a better airplane, if flown right.